Thanks, Heather.
Cool.
It was a nice turn.
We needed.
All right, cool.
They're not gonna appreciate
There's a
it.
bee in there.
Okay.
Did he get out? Darn it. Where'd everybody go?
The Gibson Gateway. Robert W. Harrison.
Graduated from high school. Is that cool?
This is one of my favorite places to come. When I come home, I usually bring my journal out here and I sit on these benches and have coffee. Ooh, I could have done a better job on that. I bet Katie's getting a great angle. I'm getting out of the way.
Well, I'm just like backing all the way out here.
Okay, let's run all the way around the block. We're getting our exercise now. Okay. Fudge! It's another one-way. Oh, whoops. How are we doing there? Am I
You're
doing?
never getting out of Montana. I live here now.
I live here now. This is my favorite part of town. I love it over here so very much.
Because the houses are old and the trees are big.
Yep.
My town, where the houses are old and the trees are big. My town.
My town. It's got photography where I got my senior pictures.
I kind of got interested in Great Falls the same way you guys got back into Great Falls. So I graduated from college in '90, and I came home to Great Falls, went to college on the East Coast, came home and sort of saw Great Falls with fresh eyes. I always had a love of history and historical buildings, old buildings. Got a job at the Cascade County Historical Society. The History Museum houses the Cascade County Historical Society. So that was up at Paris Gibson Square. Spent the year building exhibits and learning a lot about the area and meeting people. I overheard a conversation at a historical tour of Black Eagle about the city wanting to demolish the Arvon Block. And I thought, no, we can't do that. If it's fallen down, then it's gone. And so I thought it'd be a terrible idea. And so I approached the people who were having the conversation, one of whom was the city historic preservation officer. So she knew something about it. And said, what can we do to prevent that? And she said, well, you gotta have a project. You gotta come up with, you gotta buy it. Yeah. You gotta do all these things. And so we got a group together and went about acquiring it, which we did, and coming up with a plan to reuse it, which we did. So the Arvon Block, built in 1890 by Robert Vaughn, one of the first European people in this area to file a land claim. Homesteaded out where Vaughn is now, Vaughn Junction. Guy that bought Robert's ranch from him. William Couch was a Welsh miner and named the town Vaughn Junction after his friend Robert.
Good up on it.
So as I mentioned before, the place before we got it was probably 40 years of leaky roof and very, very wet and heavy because of it. And so everything was kind of crushing down.
This was a horse barn, right?
This was a horse barn. Not when we bought it.
These pillars.
So they all sat on sandstone blocks,
Okay.
Sandstone foundation or footing blocks. But what was happening was just over the years, everything was so wet that it was all rotting and sort of, the rotten parts would compress. And so this concrete cylinder that we have under every one of these posts just represents the least common length that we had to cut off, or the greatest common length, I guess, that we had to cut off to support the building. So the contractor came in and shored up the whole thing. We took out all of these posts and installed the blocks, the capitals, and the posts back in, set it back down. This wall is made of Engelmann spruce from the Little Belt Mountains. We took them out, cut them down, trucked them out, and milled them up on a mill at my house, and I built that little dovetail corner right there.
That's really cool.
How cool is that? So this is the wine snug. We have had a wine club in the past, and we intend to get it going again here soon with a new name, the Dark Horse Social Club. The whole downstairs area we call the Dark Horse. And you can see we've got a little bit of an equine theme. Wine lockers, and it's just a really nice, intimate room. Got a little bar here, and a lot of people like to come down and relax down here. A lot of smaller family gatherings, that sort of thing.
I absolutely love the texturing on the walls.
We didn't have to do anything for those. Well, we did a little bit of fixing around that doorway, but other than that, they're all original.
So that would be like an original doorway out.
That, my guess, is either a coal chute or hay.
Nice. Yeah, this is a beautiful room. All right,
Thank
let's
you. Go upstairs?
It's the Celtic
You wanna
Cowboy,
check out
right?
the Celtic Cowboy?
Yeah,
Let's go do it. Call this the breezeway. Welcome to the Celtic Cowboy. Stage is up there, bar's over there. We call this the parlor, affectionately known as the Red Room otherwise. Yeah, so believe it or not, all of this beadboard on the roof is original, but it's not in its original location. We had to take it all down, put the joist space and everything that need to be in there, like ventilation and wiring and everything, and then put it all back up. We got historic tax credits for this building, and so there's a set of rules you got to play by.
Yeah.
And a lot of original has to be preserved. These little door openings, I mean, those are just cool. You'd build something like that if they weren't there anyway, right? But they were there. And so the space that we're standing in was originally a retail storefront space. The dart room here, it's another semi-private little room. There's a phenomenon in Irish pubs called snugs, small sort of private spaces in Ireland. And the lore that I heard is that it was for women and enjoy the pub, but they didn't have to be unseemly hanging out with the men, right? Drinking whiskey, that sort of thing.
Local artists, international artists?
Mostly local artists. This is Kira Furco's stuff. She's from Billings. This is a local lady, Echo Ukrainets. She does a lot of batik work, and another local gal, Brenda Wolf. Yeah, a lot of really great talent in this area. Elevator, I don't see any painting. I wonder if we sold it.
That's a positive thing.
I guess so, yeah. And this is the only really original full balustrade in the building. You can see how short it was initially. Like I had to put it on this little step to get it to be code. So we just dismantled it and then built the step and then put it back in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about the skylights.
A lot of good natural light.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all in the original location. They're obviously the skylights themselves are modern. But the top two floors of the hotel were rooms. It was a hotel. And in order to bring natural light into the rooms, because it's a building on a city street with buildings on either side, they put these hallway windows in. And back in the day, it was clear glass and there was a curtain. And so I guess privacy wasn't as big a thing back then. We had to get these things back in. So they all came out and they were all taken apart in what is now our garage, parking garage, and reassembled. So I don't know, this trim probably didn't start on that window. It's all frosted glass,
right?
But they'll let natural light through.
Okay.
So we don't have an outside window in every room in the building, but we do have natural light in every hotel room in the building.
Thank you for an amazing tour.
Of course, yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming.